Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, y'all? Fisk Vegas, the hardest force of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fisk unit while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Listen, hit the sub button. You understand me? Hit that sub button. Join this Fisk unit army and get Fisk unit tough. Alright, check it. Day 5 of training camp, the pads finally come on, and we get to see what's really good. Some good, some bad, but that's what you expect. All right, let me explain something to y'all, because I gotta dispel the rumors. Y'all come to me to hear the truth. All right, I built my brand on keeping it real and telling you the truth. And the truth is, I would be more concerned if Daniel Jones was tearing training camp a new asshole than I am now, that allegedly he threw a couple bad balls. Now, you have to understand, the offense will be fine. All right, it's a new scheme. It's a new system. They got to iron out the kinks. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. A lot of y'all want to hang on every Daniel Jones completion. Yo, why y'all on his dick so much? Why y'all ride Daniel Jones' dick so much? Get off Daniel Jones' dick. Can y'all please get off his dick? I mean, for real, can you please hop off Daniel Jones' cock for 1 second? Every time Daniel Jones throws an incompletion, oh, he's the worst quarterback ever. Oh, where's Tyrod Taylor? Oh, where's Jimmy G? Every time he throws an incompletion, you want to make a big spectacle of it. And it's annoying. Oh, Daniel Jones had a bad day at camp. He had a couple incompletions. Shut up. Okay? That's for fans, content creators, beat reporters, Twitter personalities, whoever else on the fucking planet that got something negative to say about Daniel Jones the first day of pass because he throws an incomplete. Can you shut up? Enough. It's just over critiquing at this point. The defense should look better than the offense because the offense has to figure out what the hell they're doing. This is a brand new scheme, and considering how much Galladay was hurt last year. Remember, Galladay had a hamstring problem last year. Daniel Jones didn't even get to work with Galladay last year during training camp. Y'all remember that? Kadarius Toney in and out of camp had the COVID and everything. Wan'Dale's a rookie. This is a brand new offense. Can we give these guys time to gel? It's not like Daniel Jones has been throwing to these guys for years. It's not like they've been in his offense for years. Shut up with the critiquing of the Daniel Jones. Like, shut up. And then half of his incompletions are 50-50 balls that Dable wants him to throw so the defense can stay on point and the defense knows how to attack the ball when it's thrown at them. So shut up with the unnecessary Daniel Jones criticism. This is here's the thing, right? Some people fit in, some people fit out. I've had a bad habit of telling the truth and keeping it 100 all my life, and I love confrontation. You know how some people, some people argue with each other, and they push each other, and then they might get into a fight. In school, I was a guy that, like, if you said something to me, I just punch you in the fucking face. Or if you threaten me, I say, let's get it on, let's get it popping. I get to the point. I love confrontation. So I was naturally a problem child growing up. It is what it is. But then there's people who will sell their soul to fit in. There's people that will buy into bullshit narratives. They'll dick ride in any conversation so they can fit in with the cool kids, so they can be part of the in crowd. They're followers. They're not leaders. I'm a leader. I set my own trends. I make my own wave. I don't need nobody else's. So a lot of this Daniel Jones criticism, it stems from people just wanting to sound smart. It stems from people just wanting to fit in with the rest of the group. You know what I'm saying? A nice little good old boy club so they can fucking congregate and talk about the same shit and agree with each other and jerk each other off and make themselves fucking feel better. Luckily for y'all, you got me. Like I said, for every WWE, you need an AEW or ECW. It's always going to be a lane for a guy like me. So enough with the Daniel Jones criticism. Tired of it. It's unnecessary. Okay, now to the positives again. The rookie, and I'm not talking about Wandale. I'm talking about that 6'7" monster we drafted at right tackle. He looks pretty good. It felt good to see Saquon have holes to run to. It felt good. I know Saquon Barkley was like, oh shit, a hole. What? Yo, man, like, it feels good to have an offensive line. All right, the Giants' offensive line is going to be pretty damn good, man. That line's going to be pretty damn good. Glowinski, Neal, my man Andrew Thomas, Shane Lemieux. We already knew he's a brawler. We already know he can open up holes. Pass blocking was the question about him. But it feels good to see Saquon on a run day. Dable wanted to focus on the run today. So it was nice to see that the run looked good. Saquon looked explosive. Or maybe Saquon had blocks. I can't tell. Maybe this is a situation where Saquon just had blocks. Therefore, he looked good. It could just be a situation like that. Because allegedly, Zeke fell off a cliff. Everybody says Zeke is trash. Now, maybe Zeke is as good as he's ever been. His offensive line just stinks now. Because your running back is only as good as his offensive line. And that's that. A quarterback can ball with a bad offensive line. We've seen Russell Wilson do it. We saw Joe Burrow do it. Hell, we've seen Daniel Jones do the best he can with us with a bad offensive line. But when you're a running back, you can't prosper without blocking. So Saquon looking explosive today it goes hand in hand with the blocking. Now, I did hear reports that Dexter Lawrence was having his way up front, and once again, I'm not going to criticize the interior of Lemieux. I'm not going to criticize him for Dexter Lawrence having his time up front. Credit to Dexter Lawrence. It's the same thing I opened the video with Daniel Jones. If Daniel Jones was shitting on our defense, I'd be like, Wink Martindale, was he the right pick? Should we have kept Patrick Graham? So this whole notion that you have to criticize one side of the ball or the other, you have to understand. We have to root for both sides of the ball. Because if Daniel Jones and Wandale and Tony, if everybody looked great every day it can, we ain't got to be wondering what the hell was wrong with the defense. I mean, have you ever stopped to think that what would the alternate, where everybody's doing the multiverse. In the MCU right now, we're in the multiverse, right? Everybody, so in the opposite universe, wouldn't we be criticizing the defense if Daniel Jones did look great? Wouldn't we be criticizing the defense? So, look, the offense is going to take time. The wide receivers have more freedom in their routes now. There's a lot more option routes, which means that the offense and defense the offense, the quarterback and the receivers are going to have to be more in tune. It's not going to be as simple as go out there and run the playbook. It's going to be a little bit more, okay, Tony, I see this on film. This is what I need you to do. They line up in a cover 2, I need you to do this. If it's cover 3, do that. If it's cover 4, do that. If it's man with no help over the top, I need you to hit that go route. Fuck the slant. They have to be in the same wavelength. When you're running option routes, the quarterback and the wide receiver got to see the same thing. They just got to see the same thing. If Galladay is running a streak, if Galladay is running a 9 route down the field and it's cover 2, and Daniel Jones is thinking that, bad example, if it's cover 2 and Galladay's, his base play is a slant. If Galladay's supposed to be running a slant or a shallow end route and it's a cover 2, Daniel Jones has to be able to look at Galladay and say, okay, it's cover 2. Let me run that streak and split the corner and split the safety. Or at least if Daniel Jones doesn't try to fit that ball between the corner and the safety, maybe that opens up the seam route for the tight end because that safety has to roll over to me because I'm going vertical down the field. They have to be on the same page with shit like that. So getting in these practice reps early in camp, it's very imperative. They have to see the same thing. Have to build that chemistry. Have to build that cohesiveness. These are things that they could not do last year because fragile, made of glass, human ace bandit fucking Galladay had a hamstring injury last year which prevented him from participating in the camp in the preseason. So hopefully him and Tony will stay healthy and they can develop the chemistry they need. But That's it. That's all, y'all. I will be back tomorrow with day 6 of training camp. You know the vibes. My name is Fist Vegas, and I'll prove this message.